come correct, they know the motto. Lit in every post, no slogans, be the host. Tap in, let's get it going, lock in. Keep them on their toes, turn up to the show. It's our world, let's go. Delete, turn up,
turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. You're tuned in to No Slogans World, No Slogans World, No Slogans World, No Slogans World. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. You're tuned in to No Slogans World, No Slogans World, No Slogans World, No Slogans World.
What is Juneteenth? Juneteenth is a combination of June and 19th, which commemorates June 19th, 1865, when federal troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to inform the last enslaved people that they were free, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Although Texas has celebrated it since 1980, it was not until 2021 that it became a federal holiday in the United States thanks to Joe Biden's signature. By 2025, June 19 falls on a Thursday, which implies a day full of suspension of activities for various institutions. So let's celebrate the way we know how. June 19th. Let's go.
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Bro, we are back. We are back. We are back. We had to take a little hiatus. We had to get some things in order, man. But we are back live in front of you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's Thursday, man. You know what I mean? Y'all know what's Thursday, bro. It's the Big Man Cave, you know what I'm saying? Right. Good vibes only.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I am your host, D-Lee No Slogan. You know what I'm saying? To my far left.
It's your boy AK, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Back with another one. Sorry y'all missed us. But let's get it, let's motherfucking go.
And to my right.
You got your man's LP, and I'm not sorry that y'all missed us. Y'all better keep missing us. But we are back. Make sure y'all tune in. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Ain't nobody listening.
That's real, man. And we got a special guest with us tonight, man. My blood, my family, my brother. You know what I'm saying? This guy here, bro, he wears a lot of hats. I'm proud of him, man. Mr. Dante Bates, co-founder of Love, Hope, and Healing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. Talk to him.
Hey, listen, thank y'all for having me on here. Like you say, I'm the co-founder and executive director of the nonprofit Love, Hope, and Healing, based out of West Palm Beach. So, hey, I thank y'all for having me on.
Facts.
For sure.
So, it's Thursday, man, and y'all know how we do this, man. We're going to start at Peas, man. How's your week been so far, brother?
You know what? Through all the BS, it's been cool. You know? Second to last day of the work week for a lot of people.
Facts.
I woke up this morning. You feel me? Let's just finish this week off strong.
That's it. AK, talk to him.
It's been a bumpy week, but you know, keep head high, keep the eyes forward, and we go end it great. That's all we can do, man. You know, stay positive. That's it. That's all I got.
Facts. And of course, your boy. You know what I'm saying, man. I'm blessed, bro. I've been looking forward to this all week because it's been 2 weeks since we graced you guys, and I'm not gonna lie, when Thursdays come around and we end up having to cancel the show due to, unfortunate circumstances, I do be a little sad because when I get in front of this microphone, bro, I be ready to rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? So, but we're here tonight, you know what I'm saying? Through the grace of God, you know what I mean? Of course, you know what I mean? I'm just ready to rock and roll, but I'm ready to turn this thing up tonight, man. We got so much to talk about, so much to discuss. We've done our homework. I'm going to say I definitely gave my brothers some homework because they don't know Dante. They don't know him at all. And the reports they turned in, it was like me being a teacher, bro. The reports they turned in, like it made me super proud because I was like, okay, well, yeah, they really did their homework. Because of course, me knowing him being family to me, I know things. So when the questions came, I'm like, all right, okay, y'all went and actually studied. So we gonna dig into it, you know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, man, I want to just get right into it, man. Of course, today is Juneteenth. We're super excited about it because it is now a federal holiday. Shouts out to Joe Biden for his signature for that. You know what I mean?
4 years running strong.
Yeah, we salute that. But man, let's get straight into it, man. Love, hope, and healing, man.
That's what it do.
Love, hope, and
Love,
healing,
hope, and healing out
man.
here, man. Hey, we listen. We here. July be 5 years that we've been up and running.
Facts.
We've been in this community. We've been making a staple on our youth and the families in the community. So hey, we out here. Love, hope, and healing, man. We trying to provide it all.
So give us a little backstory, because you say we're approaching that 5-year mark. So we talking 5 years in the game. That's you OG status at this point.
No, I wouldn't really call it OG status yet. I look at it as in this nonprofit world, you got to get to 10. I look at it. Some people may consider it 5, but once you get to 10, I feel like you OG status in here. But we founded Love, Hope, and Healing. Both of us laying in the bed with COVID. She in one room, I'm in one room, and we was like, hey, we got to do something to help our community, and we came up with the idea of forming a nonprofit. So next thing I know, once we get over COVID, she come home and then she was like, we got a nonprofit. So I'm like, okay, let's ride. And we took off and we rolled. And now, I mean, we've been rolling since then, but it's always been a passion, especially of mine, to actually get back out here and try to talk to the youth so they don't make the same mistakes I made. I mean, I had to go to prison to learn from mine.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I just want to make sure, I just want to do what I can to make sure a lot of these kids don't have to go to prison to learn
Facts.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So everybody life has a story.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's story don't lead them to prison.
Fact.
Yeah.
I want to make sure these kids' story don't lead them to prison. Yeah, you may have a bump in the road. You may not graduate. You may get kicked. You may have something that going in your life, but I don't want you to have to go and spend and throw away calendars. I had to throw away 2 calendars for me to actually learn.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want the kids to have to go through that. So we just been doing what we doing it, but not only is we doing it with the kids, we got to tap into these parents of these kids, because now we talking about generational trauma. So when you got,
Yes.
say grandparents or great grandparents that didn't teach our mothers something that are grandparents, and now you come down and it's just a trickle down effect that not being educated, didn't know how to parent right and all this stuff here. So it just trickled down to our kids. So somewhere we got to break the cycle. So that's what we're trying to do.
Amen to
No,
that.
that's really like beautiful, like dead serious. Like I love that.
Yeah.
So like that genuinely like made me want to ask, like, considering that you decided to come up with this in the midst of, you feel me, you being sick, both of y'all being sick, and y'all conversing, and y'all just decided, you know what, let's help the community and it be a nonprofit. Why do you feel that more opportunities like this weren't present for like my generation and the generation before and the generation before? Like, because we really needed that as well. Like, I love that that's happening for this community, but why do you think that like that wasn't,
But
more stuff wasn't happening?
I think it goes back to when we were coming up. For instance, to speak about mental health when we was coming up was considered weak and soft.
Facts.
Nobody, especially when it comes to our parents and the grandparents. You talk about mental health, man, you don't go sit down somewhere. Sit down.
Exactly.
You ain't
There's
talking
gonna be
about
something
no
wrong with your
mental
mental
health.
if you don't get your ass
Right.
on the face.
Yeah,
Exactly.
mental health, man. You get this belt to behind, and then
Right.
and see, and that's what we have to get out of. And now I think it's turning now when it comes to mental health, and especially with us men. See, and I look at it as twofold when it comes to us men. One, we're too prideful. We want to be too strong. We don't want to show vulnerability. But on the other side, when we do show vulnerability and we do show that side of us, it's either we consider weak, we consider soft.
That's
and for the most part, when we're dealing with our women, the moment we get in an argument, you throw our vulnerability back in our face.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what scares a lot of men with being vulnerable, especially with our significant others, is because we don't want that to come back. Cause when you throw that back, you done lost us right there. That crap won't happen again.
I did that in confidence with you. You know what I'm saying? I let my guard down with you, thinking that you were my safe zone. And here now you pissed. You decide that you want to throw that rock and hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why a lot of us keep a lot of things bottled up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we explode, they be like, "Oh my God, I didn't expect that out of him."
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we have nowhere to turn. The one person that we think we can turn to uses it as ammo against us when they mad.
But I'm gonna tell you like this here, and this is what black men have to understand. One, it's okay not to be okay.
Preach.
That's one.
Preach.
Also, it's okay to have you a therapist. I know I have two that I could call. These I could get online. I could go in the office, and I could have it, and I could have these discussions. And like we just had a black man listening session down in Delray last night, and like I was telling them, like I got a therapist one time when everything just came down on me, and it's like, oh shoot, I need an outlet. And I called her and I asked her, I was like, hey, I need 2 hours. She was like, all right, Dante, come on. And we cool like that. She's still a therapist. She keep that line, but she know I've been coming to her for a while. And when I got there, I was like, hey, I just need to lay on this couch for a minute. And I laid on the couch for about 30 to 45 minutes, and I let out a few tears. Because life had got hard between work, the nonprofit, family life, everything that. But once I got up after them 45 minutes, I was like, I'm ready to talk. Now we get up, we talk. When I left out of there, I feel like I had done left everything where it was. So we just got to get into, as black men, is it's okay to not be okay, and we got to get somebody, a therapist, or we got to get somebody that we can talk to. You got to release that, because we're taught to just hold this in. Man up, shut up. Man up, shut up. And we've learned that from a kid. Black men don't cry. Man, all this crap here, nah, we just got to get rid of that. And right now, I think in 2025, with the way mental health is going, we're trending towards that. Some people trying to still be a little hard, but find your therapist, man, and talk to somebody. Get that off your chest.
I agree. I agree.
So we're talking about love, hope, and healing, right? Talking about mental health. I got a video that I want to play. This is I want to say this is last year's end of the year ceremony. I watched some of the videos with some of the kids, and no, not that one, boss lady. I watched the video with some of the kids, and no, the next one, yeah, that one, and they all, they all were amazing. Their speeches, you know what I mean, and their gratefulness and the gratitude that they had for you, and I'm finna say Miss Yolanda. For you and Mrs. Bates, you know what I'm saying? But this video, out of all of them, really carried with me. So I want to play this video, man, and I want you guys to see how they are really impacting and touching the youth This is one of their kids from the camp
That's
from
my
last year.
Actually, that's our vice president from last year.
That's what it was. I couldn't remember because they were saying their titles when they went
Yeah.
up, but I couldn't remember. So yeah,
Selena. Her name is Selena. That's our
Okay.
That's our vice president for last year.
Oh, see, you could tell who that is.
I know who that is.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
vice president.
So,
man.
Dope. That's dope.
Boss Lady, run the video, man. Y'all enjoy this video, man. And when we come back, man, we're gonna speak some more on this the whole love, hope, and healing in the summer camp because I got some questions. So we'll be right back.
Okay. Good evening. I'm Selena Baptiste, Love and Hope Healing's Vice President. This is my first year attending this summer camp, and I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to everyone involved in making this summer camp an incredible experience. Over this past few weeks, we embarked on a journey that was not only fun, adventurous, but also educational. One of the most valuable aspects of this camp has been its dedication to exposing us to a wide variety of careers. From hands-on workshops to inspiring talks by professionals, we've had privilege of exploring fields we never knew existed. Each day brought new insights and sparked curiosity in ways we couldn't have imagined. Every moment has been a stepping stone towards understanding our passions and potential futures. None of this would have been possible without the dedication of our counselors, organizers, who tirelessly craft this enlightenment program. To my fellow campers, thank you for sharing this adventure with me. Together we laugh, learn, and forge a friendship that will leave memories to later on laugh about. In closing, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone who played a part in making this summer camp a great experience. I want to give a token to appreciation to Mr. Bates, aka our big back, and Miss Bates, who loves to know all the tea. And at this time, my cousin Michael and I would like to present you a gift.
That's dope.
All right, man. As y'all see, bro, that right there was
That's dope.
it's truly amazing, bro.
That's dope.
When you have two individuals who are changing the lives of the youth in our community, man, they're overextending themselves to help others, and that goes a long way, man. So now, from me to you, bro, I double salute you both. You know what I'm saying? For your hard work, man, and we approaching 5, and we gonna make it to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We gonna make it to 10.
We're at 10. It's for life, right? It's for life right now.
Sure.
We out here in this community now, so this for life. I mean, and that's my vice president for last year, but that's just a little taste of what the impact we making on the youth. You know, you just really have to give these kids a voice, and you have to listen to them.
Yes.
When you listen to them, you can learn a lot. So we came up in an era where it was kids are to be seen, not heard.
Heard facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was wrong.
It was.
That was wrong.
It was.
And it's the same thing when I go back to say, and I talk about this all the time, like when they used to say back in the day, what goes on in this house, stay in this house. No, some of this crap that was going on in these houses, that shit need to be. I mean, that stuff need to be talked about.
Facts.
Because there's a lot of trauma and there's a lot of different things that were going on in these houses that need to be talked about. So we could have corrected it, and so now we're living with some of the traumas that we're trying to correct now to this day as grown adults.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Absolutely.
with what we do, we give these kids a voice. Hey, speak your mind. Say what you gotta say. Like, even though we may be the face of the organization, but when these group of kids come in, hey, Y'all have just as much to say so as we do. Yeah, we got to go out and get the money and provide so y'all can have these different. But when you in this space, no, say what you got to say.
Equals.
All we just tell them was do it with respect.
That's it. That's it.
Do it with respect, as we would want y'all to do it when you go out and you're away from us and you do it with others. Because you'll go a lot further when you do it with respect. That's all we looking for.
That's real.
Because like it's funny, because that makes me think about how I always look at it two different views with the youth. And I know we all say, you know, man, these kids don't got no filter.
Yeah.
It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Gift and a curse.
You feel me? Like, it depends on, you know, what kind of household they growing up in and what they really gonna say and what really needs to be said. But the fact of, like you said, we were told, stay at a grown folk business or
Big time.
your uncle, your aunties, whomever is coming over, go in the room.
Well, y'all go outside.
Yeah, go outside.
Yeah,
Don't come back into the
Facts.
street, like whatever the case may be, whatever. But it's just like, Jesus, we needed help.
We did.
We needed so much help, and it's not until you get to your grown adult freaking age that you're like, dang, I may be damaged.
But it's kids today that still need help.
For sure.
Because a lot of these so-called parents haven't broken the cycles that you know what I'm saying, that they had to endure.
For sure.
What they endured, they're carrying it on to their, you know what I'm saying, they're projecting onto their children. You know what I'm saying? But at some point in time, we have to break that cycle. Like for me, like y'all know, I told y'all, Caden is 8 years old. I've never laid a hand on Caden to this day. I talk to him when I need to talk to him. And the difference is, he knows the difference when my voice changes. He knows when I'm serious and when it's all a game.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it's going to be. Because I grew up with a father who, my daddy's first option was to whoop.
Yeah,
It wasn't no talking.
Yeah.
It was the whoop.
But that's the life he grew up in.
You know what I'm saying? I wore a whooping one time for absolutely no reason because I was a kid, but I couldn't tell him that the teacher was lying. Yeah. Which, in all honesty, to this day, I can still tell you that she was lying.
Amen.
But I'm a child. I can't say, oh, she's lying. But now that's a double whooping. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
that's why I got double whoop.
at some point in time, we have to learn to break that cycle
For sure.
of the things that we had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes all it takes is a talking to your kid. If you talk and listen to what they have to say, you be like, you get a better, a full understanding of what they may be going through or what is wrong with them.
Yeah.
But if you even to go back further, let's just get out the fatherhood on that. That's the same thing when we dealing with men in general. If you look at a lot of these teen fights, or you look at the fights that goes on with adult men, a simple, hey bro, let me talk to you on the side, could solve all that. A simple communication could be like, hey, this ain't really worth us fighting over. And this is what we got to realize. The moment two men come in contact with each other, violence is always on the horizon. You know why? Because we haven't figured out how to regulate our emotions. So now when we come in contact with each other on that conflict aspect, violence is there. Yep. We have to learn how to, hey, my brother, let me holler at you for a minute. It could be a simple, hey, I heard you said this about me. Nah, brother, I said this and that. Okay, I got it another way because somebody gave it back to us. As simple as that, okay, bro, we good. Yes. If we learn how to talk to each other and communicate, a lot of these fights and a lot of these kills and a lot of stuff, you got a lot of people in the grave or in prison right now that these issues could have been solved with just having a communication with each other.
That's true.
One word.
Simple. Conflict resolution.
One word. Egos.
Yeah.
Egos.
With the ego, right? You know, you can do a lot with love, hope, and healing with the kids and everything. Going back on one of the interviews I seen, you quoted, it's not about ego, it's about impact, right? So with the stakes being so high for who you are and what you do, how do you keep going?
How do I keep going? I keep going because I know where I come from, and I know where I don't want our youth to go. I get tired of seeing on the news or seeing these news clippings of our people killing each other. And everybody talk about black on black crime. Every crime is proximity to where you stay.
Facts.
So if I stay in a predominantly white black neighborhood, of course the crime gonna be black on black. If white folks stayed in they white communities, it's white on white crime. Asians, there's no difference. If you in these, so I just got tired of my people. I'm looking in my community. I'm just tired of seeing our young kids. It's the middle of the day, and you out here with the chopper just shooting each other. First of all, y'all should be in school.
Learning.
Ain't got nothing better
You should
to
be
do.
in school. If you're not in school, you should be at work.
Facts.
You should be doing something. So now we're losing a lot of our young black men
For no reason.
for no reason. But we're also losing some of our black young women because you like the bad boy and you want to be around the bad boy. So guess what? When you're around this bad boy and his opposition comes to get him,
Gonna
guess
get you
who
too.
usually end up dying? These young ladies.
You.
And this is what I be trying to get the and I speak on both. And that's why I be trying to tell the young ladies, yeah, I understand you like the bad boy. That's cool. Hey, listen, but you got to know your boundaries. I'm not going to chop you for having your childhood, but you got to know that when his opposition come to him, you don't sit around and heard him talk about with his homeboys, because they don't see today with social media now, they want to blast everything.
Oh yeah.
They crimes are all committed on social media.
1000%.
But so when you see him, you see these young boys sitting around, y'all, the young ladies think it's cute that, oh, he talking about he doing this, he shot it, and you want to be around him. When his op come from him, our young ladies end up catching that bullet and dying.
Facts.
We gotta stop that. These young ladies gotta get it. But it comes back to them young boys.
Yeah.
Stop this, man. A lot of this stuff y'all going through is just straight garbage, man.
So check it, right? We talking about the young man, grave, prison, the whole nine. You're part of this movement. Stop throwing rocks at the chain gang. Of course, like I say, we family, so I'm constantly following. Even if I'm not saying nothing, I'm constantly following. I'm constantly paying attention. I'm watching. I'm looking, etc. You guys had like a summit not too long ago, and I have footage that I want to share with you guys. Well, share with the viewers. So I'm gonna need you guys to watch this video, and when we come back, we're gonna dig deep into throwing rocks at the chain gang, the meaning behind it, how it was created, and so forth and so on. So y'all enjoy this video. We'll be right back.
We here at Games Park for the inaugural Stop Throwing Rocks at the Chain Gang Youth Summit. So if you want the youth to come out and learn about what goes on in the community and how we can stop them from committing crimes, stop by and give us a holler.
My name is Reverend Ray Whiteley, and I am the moderator for today's event. Today's event is Stop Throwing Rocks at the Chain Gang, and it's presented by Love, Hope, and Healing. The reason for the event is how do we talk about the crimes that impact our young people and connecting them with accountability and consequences, but it also comes with bringing those people who are leading those agencies to a space where the young people are. How do we make that connection? How do they educate them? How do we talk to returning citizens, have them share their stories from their perspectives, and hopefully something will be said that resonate with a few of our young people.
It's like everything was organized right, and it was well done with the police officer and how we can get ourselves in jail and stuff.
So I'm Judge Bradley Harper. I just participated in a panel where we not only talked to students and adults in the room about the justice system, but we also talked about our accountability to one another to make sure that we're working to improve our schools and to improve our communities. I'm grateful to be a part of the process.
They are tomorrow. And if we can't find a way to find some type of messaging that resonates with them to let them change, I don't know, maybe change a thought or do something differently. I think that'd be amazing. So I'm just honored and just humbled to be a part of great events that they put together.
Hey, man. Bro, we surrounded ourselves with powerful movements, bro. You know what I'm saying? Before we get started, before we get dig in, I have to say, I interviewed them in year one, at the very beginning. Yeah. And here we are, 4 years later,
almost year 5.
Seeing the growth.
Next month.
You know what I'm saying? It's truly amazing, bro. Like, it's truly amazing. Again, bro, I'm proud of both of you guys, bro, for putting, you know what I'm saying, for sticking y'all neck on the line and doing something that nobody was doing within the city, man. And now y'all got the people behind y'all, bro. I see it tenfold. It's there, man. Like I told you, man, year 5 is almost here, but we gonna do 10 more. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But how did throwing rocks at the chain gang come about?
So, and if anybody out there, and I know if y'all don't have the chance to know, the metaphor behind the Stop Throwing Rocks at the Chain Gang is something that we said in the hood. So the metaphor is the rocks symbolizes the crimes we're committing. The chain gang is the consequences of those crimes that we're committing, which is prison, jail, prison, wherever you want to go. And so that's why when you tell folks like, hey, young fella, stop throwing rocks at the chain, and we telling you, stop committing these crimes because you finna go over there. And you're going to have to sit down like how I did. So that's where they came about. And this summit that we had on May 3rd, the Stop Throwing Rocks at the Chain Gang Youth Summit, I've been working on this for 2 years. And it was just something that I wanted to bring to the community to actually put a legal panel together. These people that these kids don't see until you get in trouble. Mm-hmm. So why not bring those people that you see when we get in trouble, bring them out into the community before you get there? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to put these people in front of them, like we had the Riviera Beach Police Chief, West Palm Beach Police Chief. We had the Deputy Assistant State Attorney. We had the Assistant Public Defender, and we had Judge Harper on one panel to start out the morning. But then I brought in a panel of me, myself, 3 other guys and 1 lady that all been to prison. So now, and we come out and we trying to do right by our community after we serve our time. I put us on the panel, and the returning citizen panel, together out of all 5 of us, we're approaching 50 years served in prison. You know what I'm saying? And one of my homies that was on the panel, he just got out in October or November after doing 23 years. He left the street at 19.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get these stories in front of our youth to let them know this is real.
Yeah.
This is real.
Indeed.
But I want to actually show them that, hey, you may bump your head you may bump your head. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that define you. You guys still got to get up and keep running.
That's it.
So that's when this came about. I just wanted to put a legal panel in front of these kids so they could see these people outside of when you get to the courthouse. But I also wanted them to hear from people that actually went through it. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times, I know when I was coming up, and you'll have these people come into the schools or whatnot, and they come with these 3-piece suits on, and you jump. And this was my mindset then, like, hey, what do you know about what I'm going through? Mm-hmm. You don't went to school, you stayed in a certain neighborhood, you done did this, and now you come with this 3-piece suit on. You don't know about nothing about what we going through.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure some of these kids probably look at it the same way.
For sure.
And I just want to step back from somebody that actually went through it to actually step in front of these kids like, hey, I went through this and this is what I did.
It's the outcome.
But I'm right in front of you right now showing you that change is possible. Mm-hmm. You can change and you can be better. I don't let that define me. When I first came home, I I didn't want to tell anybody about it. I didn't want to, because I know how people look at you. But then I came to a point like, screw these people. Hell with these people, man. You have to live in your truth. And I think that's why with Love, Hope, and Healing, and with our youth and our parents that deal with us, they respect us so much because it's genuine. It's from the heart, and we're authentic. That's Love, Hope, and Healing.
That's real, man.
That's good.
That's real, man. Hey, bro, listen.
That's dope.
That's how you do it.
I'm speechless right now, bro. I'm speechless right now, man. It's hitting the flesh, man. Listen, man, if you got teens, man, that ain't got nothing going on, man, listen, man, y'all connecting with these people, bro. Y'all connecting with these people. I wish Caden was old enough. Y'all connecting with these people, but when it's his time, it's his time. But
ain't
listen,
no age limit on that.
No, yes it is.
Yeah. So
they start young.
We didn't reach into
kids.
Start what young?
They do start young.
Hey, being out here and everything.
Oh no, man, I won't be out here nowhere.
But let me tell you something.
I know that, but I'm saying in general, but see, this 7 years old out here thinking they.
But see, this the thing.
That falls back on parenting, brother.
Yeah, of course.
But this way it goes back to, and I just had this conversation with somebody. I was just having this conversation is growing up, and then we know we could go back to our days.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody had sisters or whatnot, the sisters couldn't go past the porch. But with us boys, we could go 14 blocks over and be going all day till the sunlight come on. So when you look at it, they were hard on our young girls, but we was able to go out and do all this here. So a lot of the stuff that us as young men, we learned from the streets or from other young men, or that's who we're hanging with. So now, when you think about it and you look back at it, so now you got this young girl that you protected and you sheltered all life. So now when she venture out, she wanna have fun, and you know what that usually entail, right? Now you get out there and now you see what these streets is about. Now you see that. So now that's one end. Now when you deal with these boys, now you let them go and do what they want to do. And now when they get over here into this crime, you get over in this shooting, you get over this stealing and selling drugs. Now it's like, oh shoot, where did you get that from? Where do you So now as you get older and they get in their teen years, now you want to look for the father. You want to look for help. And now you don't throw your hands up with the kids when you as a parent, you created that.
Exactly.
You created that. So now you got two kids that's off the chain.
Yeah.
Now you don't know what to do. Now you want help when we could have tried to get that under control in the beginning. So boys had to learn from the streets. Girls, when they were sheltered and rightly so. I'm not saying nothing against our single mothers. I grew up most of my life with a single mother, and I love my mother to death. But one thing about it, us as a black community, we gotta speak truth. We gotta stop coddling each other and sheltering all this stuff that goes on in our community.
I love when the conversation is organic.
That's real.
The way I lined up tonight's show, it's all falling into place. You was just talking about how when the kid get to a certain point, or the boy get to a certain point, the mother throws up her hand. She wash her hands. I don't know what to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's a video that I ran across, man. I was on X, aka Twitter, and
You're still Twitter with me.
there was a video that I ran across with this young man, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie, bro. 3 minutes of this video, it literally put me in tears, bro. Y'all watch this video, bro, and when we come back, man, this is definitely a conversation that we got to talk about. And I'm glad that I have, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Bates here, you know what I'm saying, Mental Health Week, Juneteenth. He could definitely give his insight on this.
Men's Mental Health Month. We gotta say that. It's about us this month. Father's Day, Men's Mental Health. Say that, D.
We winning.
There you go.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy this video. We'll be right back.
I'm going to trade to that one.
Who don't know, I ain't been speaking out on it or nothing like that. But right now, folks, I'm homeless at 17. And I don't know if I can tell, folks, but I'm crying right now because I got mixed emotions. I don't know if I want to cry or laugh right now. if I break down in this video. Like y'all know, I'm a kid right now, and my family ain't always been in the best financial situation. So, you know, I ain't always had everything or whatever growing up, everything I wanted. So once I got my hands on some little money, I was trying to help. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to help everybody. Ain't nobody trying to help me, bro. I'm out here alone. I ain't even had no time to think about what's going on in my life. I just gotta stay on the move, bro. Every day, I gotta figure out, folks, where I'm finna lay my head at, bitch, where I'm finna eat, where I gotta do this and all that, folks. I ain't even had no time to think. I'm just not thinking about this shit. I've been homeless for about damn near a week now. I'm just not crying about the shit. I ain't had no time to even develop my feelings for this shit, folks. I just gotta keep going. Even family, friends, and all. Even my family, some of them know I don't got nowhere to go, folks. Where y'all think I'm finna go? I'm 17. I just got my job back. What the fuck y'all think I'm finna do? What I'm supposed to do out here? I gotta depend on somebody till at least next year so I can get a house in my name. I can't even do that right now. I'm fucked. I hate that I had to be put in this position. Like, why I had to be born into this shit? I ain't do shit wrong to nobody. Even what they trying to say I did do, I did not do. Then the employers don't want to let you work. I'm willing to be one of the hardest working workers. Little do y'all know. Alone, folk. I'm alone, folk. I don't got nobody to talk to about shit. I can't go to nobody and talk to them about nothing, folk. Real life. Just gotta deal with this shit, folk. I just gotta deal with it, bro. And that motherfucker always got so much to say, bro. And they don't know my position, folk. They don't know my shit, folks. They don't know my position. They always got so much to say, bro. I'm doing the best I can. I'm fending for myself out here, folks. I'm only shit for 17. What the fuck can I do? But this gotta be one of the toughest times I'm going through right now, so that's why I ain't been dropping, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back on it. But I feel like this was gonna be a good video for me to make for y'all, cause y'all know I don't care about no image, folks. I don't do this shit for no image, folks. I do this shit cause I need somebody. I know it's people who need people too. So that's why I do this shit, folks. I do this shit for y'all, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want, folks. Do what y'all want to do, folks. I love everybody, bro. I hope y'all keep y'all head up.
First off, may God be with that young man. This is why what you do is just good God. Like, from the video, from the 3 minutes, it seems like, you know, everything seems genuine. Don't seem like it's no, you know, blurred lines within it. To me, that felt like true emotion, true all of that. And that's why I said, bro, that's how a lot of us felt in my generation, the generations before, like, felt at this age. And we needed people like you, your lady, to just give us some kind of guidance, make us feel that there's someplace outside of home that's home. You feel me?
I see this video twofold.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel for this brother and what he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you getting kicked out at 17? This is what we got to dive back into, and this is what I go back to when I say we got to stop coddling our black people, because as black people, we have a blind loyalty to our culture and our people.
Right.
To where when we mess up, we'll make all kind of excuses for our people instead of holding them accountable.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We got to stop that. We got to start standing on truth and standing 10 toes down and telling them, nah, homeboy, nah, we ain't doing that. Nah, little mama, nah, that's on you. So now when I see this, I feel sorry that this young brother had to be homeless. But he said, and I listened to it, he said he been homeless for a week. You looking at this like you want to cry at 17. What didn't he say, 17, right?
Yeah.
Why did you get kicked out at 17? So now we can't just listen to this. It's a backstory to it.
Well,
don't
know.
We don't know. No.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know the backstory.
Yeah, we don't know the backstory, but I'm just going based off
For sure.
My experiences and
For
just
sure.
the little clip that we have. So I'm just saying, why are you out the house now?
For sure. Because I'm looking at it as the experiences that I've seen or felt or whatever the case may be. How I look at it, he said, you could have at least waited almost another year until I'm 18. How I look at that is possibly parents on some, hey boy, you a senior this year. You need to start paying some bills to get out.
That could be true.
His family didn't always have the best
financial.
You feel me?
So that's why I say I'm not judging it until I know
the complete.
What the
No, I get it.
The backstory is.
Pick it.
You know what I'm saying? Because
No, I get it.
Yeah.
minus the folk every word.
Yeah.
He articulates very well.
No,
sure.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He
For
articulates very well. When he said when I watched it the first time and he was like, I haven't had a chance to develop my feelings for it. Yeah, he articulates well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, minus the folk. Every other word was folk.
Mm-hmm.
But I just sometimes it's what did kind of turn me though. I'm not gonna lie. Is he was like, well, people always saying stuff about what I do, what I don't do, and then they try to say I did this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't come to the internet looking for help or begging for help when
people already have a perspective.
Right, people have a perspective, and you are already the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're putting yourself in a situation.
So I don't know. It's give or take. Like I said, I guess in a sense, yeah, you're right, Dante. It is.
You can't throw rocks and hide your hand.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can't throw rocks and hide your hand. So, like, we can look at this and we can feel sorry for the young brother, and I get it. Mm-hmm. If his circumstances are that they didn't have it, that he had to get out, then okay, I sympathize with that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But if you was creating problems and a headache to where, okay, let's just say, and I ain't saying this young brother doing that. Let's just say he was committing crimes and he had to go to jail, and now he's calling the parent to bond him out. Mm-hmm. You're taking resources from that household where you had to bond you out. Nah, homeboy, at some point, your parents are gonna give up and like, hey, homeboy, we already don't have it.
For sure.
I can't keep dealing with this. If you're gonna do that, I can't keep dealing with it. So now, he say in this video, he say he been homeless for a week.
For sure.
You making this video after a week? I don't think you didn't get enough time to really see what it's like. You had enough time to go back home in a week.
Fact.
But I'm just speaking over here.
I feel you.
So how would you, if you seen this video, knowing what you do, how would you approach this situation to try to help him, or try to figure out like, okay, what it is that this young man needs? You know what I mean?
I would have an honest sit down, brother. Like, we'll sit in the room and I would have an honest sit down conversation with this young brother and find out what it is that's going on. See, a lot of the times when you sit down and you dive deep into what's going on with the youth, they will actually tell you, but a lot of and people that come back for our generation, and we learned that nobody want to listen to the kids. If you have a conversation with this young brother, and we sit in here away from the cameras, away from everything, and you dive deep into what it is, you can get to the root cause of what's going on.
Most definitely.
And you can find a way to work it out and help this young brother.
For sure.
The thing is, a lot of people from our generation and the generation before us, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, they want the kids to be seen and not heard. A lot of parents are like, if our grandparents wasn't educated and didn't know better, 9 times out of 10 our mothers not gonna know better and be uneducated. So now guess what? That may trickle down to us. Not in all cases, not 100%, but it trickles down to us. And so now you have a lot of people our age trying to figure out how to be a parent and how to navigate their traumas and different things like that. So a lot of that stuff rub off on the kids, and it still goes back to People are not allowing these kids to actually have a voice and say something. If you sit in our program, I will allow these kids to say what's on their mind. And all I asked them was, do it with respect. Say what you gotta say. We take these kids and, hey, nah, you just not gonna be in this program or in this summer camp and you're just gonna sit here and you're just gonna listen to us tell you what to do. Nah, if something's on your chest, get it off your chest. All we ask is say it with respect, do it with respect, and we gonna do it. And it's done been kids in our program that came and said, nah, I think y'all doing that wrong. I think this is wrong. I think we should do this. You know what we did? You're absolutely right. And we switched our whole programming up to accommodate these kids.
Fact.
You just got to listen to them.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
unfortunately, we did start late.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to come to close time.
Already?
Yeah, we started late, man. We normally do an hour and a half, but due to our late start, we gotta stick to the timing. So, one last question.
No.
As we're approaching year 5, what does the future hold, man? What's next for Love, Hope, and Healing? I'm gonna ask that question, and then the second part of that question is: has the curriculum changed for the summer camp?
Curriculum has not changed. We still focused on exposing kids with the hands-on experience to skilled trades and the career exploration, along with the life skills that you need, like financial literacy, social and emotional wellness, table etiquette, proper communication skills, STEM programming, and different things like that. So, no, the curriculum ain't gonna change because every year we have new kids coming to the program that actually needs what we have to offer. So it's not gonna change. We can enhance, but we're not gonna change.
Gotcha.
Because all of our kids are not going the traditional route of schooling.
Right.
So, what are we gonna do? So now, and this is what I mention sometimes to the kids is, with in this day and age, AI is the main thing. You know what AI can't do? HVAC. You know what AI can't do? Electrician. You know what AI can't do? Plumbing. Things that got to do with your hands, AI can't come in. So when you expose these kids to these trades that's not going as traditional route of schooling, what else are we telling them to do? Graduate and just go get a job?
Right.
And then you just sit there. So now when you have these kids that's in trades, you got people that's in trades making more money than people that went to school for 4 to 6 years, and they coming out with less debt. So now we got these kids, we got to expose them to it. If they don't know, it was one, I think it was 2 years ago, in our summer camp they had exposed the kids to underwater welding.
Wow.
I didn't know about no dang underwater welding.
Wow.
But when they told the kids that you making $500 to $600 an hour in numbers like that, and I'm like, shoot, I can know how to swim. Let me go back and do it.
Wow.
But when the kids heard that, I've never heard of underwater welding.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now when you look at these different careers and the different things that these kids have that they could be exposed to that they didn't know about, now it's like you're opening their eyes and you're getting out of your bubble.
Yeah.
Of where, like a lot of these kids that come from these different areas, like say Riviera Beach. You know a lot of kids in Riviera Beach that stay right here, born and raised, don't know what Peanut Island is, never been to Peanut Island. So now, it's the same as West Palm Beach. You don't know, you know your little bubble and your little circle. We got to get these kids out of these bubbles and show them that it's a lot more going on in this world and it's a lot more outside of what. And so that's why kids get, what's the word? trapped into what they're going, like, into their cycle of this is what I know, this is all I know, and I'm gonna do it.
Facts. So what's the next step, man, for Love Over Hill?
Well, the next step is to Miss Bates to go full time, cause we both full time outside of this. It's for her to go full time with the
Into
nonprofit.
Love. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
the full time nonprofit, and I come some years later, cause insurance, you paying out insurance out your own pocket. It's a problem. But yeah, but other than that, it's just continuing to grow, continuing to reach as many people as we can, and try to better the community. We have to come together as a community and stop trying to be in silos or being crabs in a bucket, and just listen. We all done went through something.
For sure.
We just gotta come together with our traumas and let that stuff down, and just actually try to make sure the people behind us don't go through what we go through. We old enough to know we gotta work out our stuff.
Absolutely.
So we just gotta make sure these kids behind us not going through the stuff that we went through. That's my whole thing. I don't want them to go to prison. I don't want them to deal with the traumas of not eating, sexual assault, domestic violence, and the different things that goes on in their life that they're experiencing that some of us probably didn't experience as adults to this date.
Yeah.
That they didn't experience. But a lot of these kids are going through something like COVID exposed a lot of what goes on in some of these households. A lot of these kids, going to school every morning is an escape from the bullcrap that goes on in their house.
Man. Man.
That was an escape.
Man.
So now when we take that school away and these kids had to sit home,
man,
that was traumatizing to these kids. Because that was their escape. One, it got away from the trauma and the violence. But two, now I know I'm going to eat.
Yep.
I could go there and I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to eat lunch. I come home, I'm good. Maybe if I go to lunch and I say this sandwich, I take 2 bites and I say this sandwich. Late at night when I'm home, I can eat this sandwich at night and I could go to sleep and I'll be good.
Yeah. Go ask a friend that you're not going to eat this.
Come on, man. That's the conversation that we got to have. We got to start having honest truths with our black community and forget who feelings get hurt. We just have a blind allegiance to our people to where we don't want to hurt people. Nah. Them days are over. We're going to stop calling our people and tell it what it is. If you ain't getting on board, get out.
Facts. Amen. So listen, man, this is the part of the show where we have to cry tears, man. This is the end of our show. Y'all know how we close it out, man. Final words. You know what I mean? First and foremost, I want to give a special thank you to my brother Dante Bates, man, for pulling up, man, and enlightening us, sharing, you know what I'm saying, your wisdom, your knowledge, you know what I'm saying. Again, like I say, man, I'm super duper proud of both of you guys, man, for birthing this thing into something super beautiful. And I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to say the sky's the limit because we know the limits surpass the sky. So just say, man, keep going, stay headstrong, man, and don't let nothing get in the way, don't let nothing stop you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
AK, what's your final words?
Dante, I appreciate you for coming to the show. Good night. For myself, love it. Love what you're doing. Keep going. Don't stop. We just need more. You know what I mean? We need more like you. Hopefully, you continue to influence people to become like you, and it just gets bigger. You know what I mean? And it starts going to not only Florida, but everywhere else around the state. You know what I mean? I wish the best for you.
Appreciate it, bro.
I love what you're doing. Keep going. Viewers, listen. Mental is a big problem. Just handle it the best way you can. Like you say, get somebody with an ear and just talk. They'll listen. They can help. We all got problems. Somebody gonna listen to you if you ask. That's it. But if not, just try to balance it the best way you can, man. That's all I got for tonight.
Peasy, what's your final words?
To piggyback on what he said, man, I absolutely love it. I truly and genuinely wish that if there were things of this nature that were around whenever we was growing up, I wish I knew. I most definitely probably wouldn't have went. I probably would have eventually. You know, it's very well needed. It's needed. Mental headspace, mental is everything. Like I said, whenever I realized it was you that was coming to the show and I was told about what you do and I looked at everything you did, like I said, we had a game plan. I had like 43 questions for you. But I know we don't have that kind of time. But now I most definitely want to just chop it up with you off the camera, again on the camera, whatever the case may be. Like, I love what you're doing, man. I hope y'all go another 35 years, bro. Like, I love it. I love it. Appreciate you coming. Hope you come back. To the viewers, hey, man, we back with a vengeance. We here. Correct us on our BS when needed, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Mr. Bates, any final words?
No, the final words, I just want to say thank you, brothers, for having me on. Thank you for talking about men's mental health, which is this Men's Mental Health Month. And I just want you all to take what I said today and take what you all have learned and go into your respective spaces and have these conversations with the people that you come in contact with. We have to do that and start spreading the word. And if we don't spread the word, then it's not going to get anywhere. Because not everybody knows about love, hope, and healing. They're starting to come. But you may go somewhere that they haven't heard about love, hope, and healing. You may go somewhere they haven't heard about love, hope, and healing. You may go somewhere they haven't heard about love, hope, and healing. But this conversation and these the topics we talked about tonight, spread the word. If you want to have a conversation or you want to send a love, hope, and healing, just send them. And that's what that's all I got to say. We have to, as men, we have to start being vulnerable. I'm not saying be vulnerable to everyone. Mm-hmm. Be vulnerable to the people that you trust. Mm-hmm. Open up. Shed a few tears. Talk about it. Get it off your chest. For sure. I promise to you, when you get it off your chest, you feel like a whole new man. And I just want to say thank you, my brothers.
Appreciate you.
For sure.
All right, man. With that being said, man, we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to I'm not going to piggyback. I got a quote real quick, man, from Juice WRLD, man. Because of course we're we representing Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and this quote that he spoke on speaks super deep. It says, "I deal with anxiety and depression every day. People think because I'm successful, I'm happy. But sometimes the pressure and pain gets so loud, I put that in my music because I know millions of people feel like that too. If I can help even one person feel seen, it's worth it." And with that, I'm going to say good night. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
Good night.
Appreciate that, brothers.
I'm a king and my clap is stamped with Mr. Style.
Yeah, you should be doing shooting that by now.
I put my ninja.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Wake up, man. We got a commercial shoot. What are you doing?
Damn, dog.
Really appreciate having my space.
It's your man's LP. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, nah, bro. We gotta get more energy than that, man.
Let's get it, let's motherfucking go.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's the one and the only, the Budget Nino Slogan, 1/3 of the Big Man Cave. We need y'all to tune in each and every Thursday, 8 p.m. Underground Television, aka UGTv Network 5. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother AK with me. I got my brother LP with me. You feel me, man? And we been one of the greatest men 2025.
I was in my man cave.
Let's get it, let's motherfucking go.